Hey everyone. First of all, I just want to wish you all a happy new year and just tell you how much we miss you. I want to also welcome you to our in-person learning stage. As you know, many of you have opted to come in the building and start your in-person learning experience. I want to welcome you. And for those of you who have selected to stay virtual, I want to also tell you that we're going to have more ideas and more exciting work that we want to share with you so that you can feel more excited about engaging in class and being participative and making sure that you're collaborating with your peers, your teachers, as you learn the important stuff that you are going to be learning in your classes this spring semester. Now, for those of you who are coming in person to the building starting in January, I just want to let you know that I have sent your parents very important information through a video and a link that they can read through a letter in English and in Spanish so that they can understand that the orientation days that are coming up for you. And so if you have selected in person, you will have a mandatory orientation that you have to come to learn about the process and the systems that we are developing in order to make sure that you stay healthy and that we are all collaborating and working together to make sure that you have a good experience. One of the things that you will have in orientation is a basic understanding and practice of how it's going to take place. This also includes that on orientation day that you come ready by wearing a face mask at all times, covering your nose and mouth, making sure that you bring a fully charged Chromebook because you're going to be typing and doing work and watching videos and exchanging ideas with your peers and your teachers. And also remember that there is an app that we will share with you called Safe Access that you need to complete before you even come into school and that you will have to display as you come in through the doors. We're going to be doing a screening where you're going to be taking your temperature. We're taking your temperature. We're checking your Safe Access app and make sure that you complete that so that you can come in and feel safe about the environment in which we are creating for you. Most of all, we want you to know that we will support you and provide you whatever you need, you feel you need to have to feel welcome and to have a great environment in which you can learn and make progress academically, as well as working together for all of us, making sure that we are safe. It will be nice to see you again in the building as well. Also, just make sure that those of you who are staying at home and selected to stay virtual, that you check your emails every day, that you communicate with your teachers and ask questions, because it is important that you stay engaged, participate in class. Remember, your engagement is essential to your success, and we want to make sure that you're successful. So, having said that, I want you to check for that email, those of you coming in person, and check that video with the orientation days. Check the video for specifics as to what you need to bring. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. And those of you staying virtual, stay in touch. You can always contact me if you have a question. Contact me at Julio_Contreras@dpsk12.net. You guys have a great day. I'll be seeing you.
My hometown of Thiaroye-sur-Mer is a suburb of the Senegalese capital, Dakar. Thiaroye-sur-Mer is French for Thiaroye-upon-Sea, and as its name indicates, it is on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. Growing up, Thiaroye was not very big, and everybody knew everybody. The original people of Thiaroye-sur-Mer are called the Lebus. The Lebu community is composed of fishermen. Fishing is not for sports. It is a profession, sometimes the only professions in the households. Traditionally, men spend the whole day or night on board small canoes, catching fish, squid, shrimp, and other sea animals. Upon their return, the women take the merchandise to the local market for sale. While little boys are initiated in the fishing techniques at their early age, young girls accompany their mothers to the market. The sea is the major source of income for the Lebu households. Very few people have an education that goes past the elementary school. The easy money offered by the maritime activities in a town where poverty is a reality makes a lot of parents quite understanding when their kids decide to drop out of school and join the fishing business. In some cases, the parents themselves withdraw their young ones from school in order for them to join the family fishing business. I did not grow up with electricity and running water. I studied with candlelight or the light provided by lanterns. Our water was coming from a public fountain and carried on a daily basis by the women in the house. They carried the containers on their heads after waiting in line for their turn to fill their buckets. My father, later in his life, saw the wisdom of helping me, the youngest of his kids, achieve a modern education. Ever since I studied elementary school, the only times I was allowed to go fishing was on the weekends and during breaks from school. I'm the only one in my family to have been educated, even though I'm the youngest of 12 siblings. When my dad passed in 1994, I was a 25-year-old college student. I became a man the day when I lost my dad. I was left with the responsibility of taking care of my mom. My brothers and sisters did not have steady jobs, and the sea activities are very unpredictable. The same year I lost my dad, I obtained a license from the Ministry of Education to teach English in a private school in a neighboring village. I also took a training with the non-government organization ACAPES in order to become a Wolof teacher to adults in my town that do not know how to read and write the language they already speak. With my first paycheck from the NGO, I was able to bring electricity in the house. With the next paycheck, I bought a used TV set. A lot of neighbors did not have TVs, so every night I would bring mine out in the yard and everyone was welcome. My entire household celebrated when I received an email informing me that I was selected to come teach French in the US. My family saw that as a blessing from Almighty God, because my financial success would completely change the family's economic and social status. The word for relatives and family in Wolof is bok, and the root verb bok means to share or to have something in common. So whatever I have also belongs to my family, immediate family as well as extended family. As the saying goes, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. So instead of continuously sending money to my family from the US, I'm working on building businesses that they can run in order to make the household self-sufficient. I had opened a little store in my house and it was run by my niece. I used to take merchandise from the US to Senegal for her to resell. I would send hair extensions, Avon products, Walmart after Christmas sale items. The store had also a freezer for her to sell ice and homemade popsicles. Most of my neighbors do not have refrigerators. The store was not very profitable, however, because people were not able to afford the merchandise at a certain price. Even though we are still selling ice and popsicles, I stopped taking merchandise from the US. A business I have recently started is sheep breeding. People are required by cultural edict to buy a sheep for several occasions, such as weddings, religious celebrations, baby naming ceremonies, etc. Depending on the breed and the look of the animal, the price of a male sheep can range from $50,000 to $3 million CFA, that is between $90 and $4,000. My next business is going to be raising and selling chicken. The business of poultry is also very profitable in Senegal. I already have some experience in the poultry business that I used to do when I was in high school. This time around, I would like to invest an important amount of money, rent a property devoted to the project, and hire family members to run the business. On Christmas and New Year's Eve, every household in the country eats chicken for dinner. Poultry sellers considerably raise their prices because of the high demand. I have already started a taxi cab business that is on hold. Even though I already purchased the vehicle, I'm compelled to wait for the government to release a hold they have placed on the issuance of taxi licenses. As the only family member living in the US, the land of opportunities, the expectations from my family back home is that I work hard in order to make sure that I can help the household become self-sufficient.
ndaw yi yëngatu leen bu leen ko kenn mënal surtout